So in this video, let's talk about what is agentic AI. And in case you're wondering that you were just getting comfortable with LLMs and exploring all its possibilities and probably building apps, agentic AI has been in the conversation since quite some time. The world of AI moves fast, and I'm going to give you a small definition in this video which will help you remember what is agentic AI. First, let's clearly understand the difference between LLM and agentic AI plus LLM. So, a general LLM will just answer your questions. You ask it a question, give it a prompt, it will give you an answer back. It cannot take an action on your behalf. Now, if you build in agentic AI and LLM, then you are giving it power to take actions, make decisions, and complete tasks. And what do I mean by taking an action? So you have a goal and you give the agentic AI a goal. It could be an autonomous action or it could even be a multi step execution. So you have LLM plus tool plus the ability to take actions towards a goal. And let's look at an example of agentic AI. So imagine you want to plan a trip to Singapore under $1,000, which means the agent now needs to search for flights, compare hotel, build an itinerary, and adjust it based on your budget, which means you gave it a goal. The goal is planning a trip to Singapore in under $1,000. And now it has to follow a sequence of steps to reach that goal. So, this is how the agentic AI looks like when you give it a goal. Of the flight and the hotel agent, for example. Now, here's something which I have built. This is basically a hotel and a flight agent. So what do I mean by tools? So there's a backend LLM, and also there are tools. For example, I have given it access to SERP APIs and a popular hotel aggregator API. So what it does is, here's me planning a trip to Bangkok from San Francisco, for example, and I am doing the flight search and I gave it a budget, for my stay. So it has found me some flights and it is then suggested a hotel. In fact, it said the strongest pick is this rating because it has an excellent rating of 8.7. And based on my budget, which was 500 to say $1,000, it has given me the best options there are, even though it is showing me more options, but it suggests that the best option for me right now is probably Delta. And also looking at the hotel, it says go for this one. So this is what an agent looks like. Now I can go even further and give it booking access, which means I can say that go ahead and book, and it would reach a stage where I would have to input, either I input or give it access to my even credit card, and it can go ahead and book the deal on my behalf. So this is what agentic AI looks like in practice. So, to conclude, the agentic AI will basically take in the user goal, use some tools, and get you to that final action. So, this was a very short video on just understanding, in a nutshell, what is agentic AI and what's the definition you can take away to have the clarity in your mind between an LLM and agentic AI. Next up, I'm also going to talk about how to evaluate agentic AI outputs. If you think you've learned something from this video, do consider subscribing. I continue to add on amazing content on AI and how to decode AI. Thank you.